Howdy, howdy, culties and cultettes and various androgynous life forms that inhabit the internet spaces here. Hi everyone, it's Emos. Uh, okay, so I promised everyone some martial arts and self-defense instruction videos, so I'll at least, here's the trick though. I am not giving you a demo this time, for one reason. There's no point in demonstrating a technique until y'all understand some basic underlying concepts of self-defense. Okay. Sorry if anyone feels like I'm insulting their intelligence. I really could give less of a rat's ass. This is just facts of fucking life. Okay. So, rule number 1. If you actually care about your own personal well-being, this is pretty self-explanatory. Don't actively seek out conflict regardless of what kind of training you have. Doing so does not make you a badass. What that makes you is a fucking idiot. Okay? Okay. Key concept number 2. It's better to run away than to actually have to fight. I know, blah, blah, blah. Dishonor, no, there's no dishonor in retreating and dealing with the problem by another method. An intelligent warrior uses all the tools at their disposal, and fleeing is a tool that is at your disposal unless you're, I don't know, in a wheelchair, 600 pounds, turbo asthmatic, I don't know. But, yeah, better to run than try and say fight 5 or 6 guys, because that's just, again, idiotic. But, third point is if you're going to use a object for self-defense, never pick up anything that you're not willing to lose. If you don't have actual knife training or blunt weapon training or really any melee weapon experience beyond taking a stick and whacking a tree when you were like 12, don't take a weapon into melee combat unless you're willing to have it taken from you and you know how to defend against it. It's just common sense. Next concept is, again, pretty self-explanatory, but some of you may not know these things. The most important thing a fighter has is endurance. Strength is not as important. Speed is not as important. The ability to take a beating is kind of a prerequisite for self-defense. Now, I know everyone's going to say, well, if I'm defending myself properly, I'm not going to get my ass beat. That's true, and it's not. In an actual street combat engagement, if you're engaging with another person who of any varying level of skill, whether minimal or otherwise, they are going to try to hurt you. That is why they are fighting you. But I won't even get into all of that. But and the last point I'm going to make for this one, and I'll make another one later, I will demonstrate a couple of basic techniques. I just have to stretch and change into my actual practice clothes. Yeah, whatever. But the last thing that I want to leave you with to mill on for a couple minutes, folks, is that you fight how you train. So, sorry, karate guys, but if you're sitting there throwing katas at nothing, all turn forward and looking like a big old rectangle-shaped target, you're not going to be as effective as the guy who goes out and finds strangers to fight with on a weekly basis, or the girl who goes out and gets a heavy bag and literally beats on it 6 hours a day just, by learning what's comfortable. Oh, and I made a liar out of myself. The most important concept in self defense is don't think you have to use everything you're taught. Some techniques are more flashy than others. Some are made for people of different body types. Use what works for you when facing an individual opponent, and never underestimate a potential opponent's training, regardless of age, size, gender, disability. Don't do it. Trust me, some of the worst ass whoopings I've ever had were from little fuckers. And one of the worst was from a woman. So, yeah. But alright, folks. I'll get back to y'all in just a little bit with further self defense nuggets and joys. Alright. Enjoy.